Yeah, listen, three games in 8 days are never easy. And we made a decision, to go with a lineup that was full of hunger, full of desire, full of speed and energy. And I thought it was a yet again just a tight tactical game in the first half. There was no space between the two teams. Neither gave any millimeter here or there, and became a little bit of a tough situation. So, we knew that certain players wouldn't be able to go the whole way. But we also know that we've used the strategy the whole year, and it stood us proud. And we believed from day one in this roster. We believed in the system from day one, and we were happy with the results and performances. We think about the Toronto stretch, or we think about the San Jose away game. When we used rotated lineups, and we're equally rewarded. So. But the way we gave, what was missing in the first half for me were a little bit of our principles on the front foot, forward defending, counter pressing, winning the ball up high. And again, I just thought, games here at this stadium tend to get a little bit wild in the second half towards the end of the games. Bringing on, Klauss, AZ, Edu Leuven, just changed the complexion of our game just a little bit. Anthony Marcano came in and did an excellent forward defending job on Bongi Klangwani. He was a danger all day, and then when we brought Anthony on, he was done. So it was really, really good for my boys. Just proud to be in the company of an LAFC with 16 wins in the regular season. We got 3 more games, we want to continue to create history and make this club proud.
Thanks, Coach. We'll kick it off to Santiago and then follow up with Tom Timmerman.
Bradley, congratulations on the win.
Thanks, Santi.
Playing away in MLS is always difficult. Tonight, also playing in difficult conditions, playing in the rain. How important it is for the team to win away at this stage of the season?
Yeah, I think it's, we've proven that we've been tight in games. The last 3 or 4 away games, we've been really happy with the performances. We hadn't created a ton. And I thought the way the game opened up, I thought the way we put them in a physical game, a battle, and then it was our principles that won us the game in the second half, so this is what we believe in. It was a tough game. The conditions were really tough. The balls just get away from you. The field is really greasy and slippery. But again, we managed to find a way. We got better as the game went on, and everyone did their job, so again, very happy for how we implemented what we did today, and we finished a week off in some style.
Hey Brad, you talked about changing the lineup, but one thing you stuck with was Njabulo. Only 3 guys who started the last game. I think he was the only guy to start all 3 of these games in the week, and he came off that one game looking kind of shaky. Why did you stick with him, and what did he do for you in this game?
Well, because he didn't play the whole game on Wednesday. So Tom, it's if he had played 90, it would have been tough to turn him back around, and then probably Akil Watts would have been the natural replacement in the 6. Just as the game progresses and creates its own storyboard, then we have to manage the game accordingly. But you get to see, when Jubs is in the groove, he's almost unplayable. He's so silky and smooth, and he forward defends. Him and I would say Edu Leuven, they were obsessed to counter-press the ball in that second half. They were forward defending. The spaces were nice and compact. Klauss came back in the game. Joaquini started finding spots in the 10 before he came off. So, we just started tightening the screw on the opponent a little bit. And I think you could see, we stepped on the gas pedal in the second half. And, we just thought that Minnesota struggled to deal with a few things.
Next we'll go to John Lupo.
One quick follow?
Yep.
And Brad, it looks like that's not only Njabulo's first goal in MLS. It looks like it's his first professional goal ever.
Yeah, we just said it in the locker room now. We were just, having a little, speech in the locker room, and the boys started shouting, Jubs, Jubs, Jubs. And I was like, Jubs, have you ever scored a goal before? And he was like, no. So, and to bring out one like that, a banger in the upper 90, yeah, I'm sure when South Africa wakes up tomorrow morning, he's going to be the local hero.
Next we'll go to John Lupo.
Bradley, congratulations on a hard-fought win, especially on the road. That's a tough place to play. Just a 2-part question. First of all, just talk about Njabulo's performance overall, not just the goal. Obviously, that was very, very special for him, but just the way he played overall tonight. And secondly, and I'm sure you know this, but you've tied LAFC for most wins by an expansion team in their first year. I know, obviously, you have bigger goals that you want to accomplish, but in a season that's been filled with so many historic firsts, just talk about hitting that milestone as well.
Yeah, one thing about this group, before I get on to Njabulo, one thing about this group, they're not really interested in that stuff. You know, it doesn't wow them when we try and excite them, when we try and energize, when we try and set motivation. This doesn't motivate the players. Only winning motivates the players. We've created a standard and a culture around here that, you know, the standards are high, and we hold people accountable. So, you know, we just try and drive the standard every single day, and that's a byproduct, you know, of doing good things. It's a byproduct of believing in what we are doing. It's a believing to reset it every Monday morning, and we start fresh. And that's been the most special thing for this group, you know, just to not accept and just chase records, right? So these boys are hungry for more, and you know, I think by getting 16 now, qualifying 4 games early, you know, for the playoffs, these are just byproducts of sticking to our principles and our beliefs. With Njabulo Blom, yeah, you know, when we were building this roster and we looked at Edu Löwen's qualities, we needed somebody to complement what Edu does, right? Edu's, you know, really dangerous in our attacking moments. We need somebody who, when we turn over the ball, you know, in a negative way, when we lose the ball, we need somebody to really be on the jump. We need really somebody to condense the space. We need really somebody who's willing to recover and do the dirty work. But Jubs has also proved he can also be a playmaker. So it just gives us another wave of attack. It gives us another option in the attack. It gives us, you know, another dynamic. We can go left, we can go right. So, you know, I just think it makes us better. But again, we've never praised any one individual. We've always praised the team. So we'll continue to do that and hope for the best. And hopefully we make our fans, you know, many more happy down the stretch, or many more happy memories down the stretch here with more wins under the belt.
Next we'll go to Tom Schwartz.
And have you made a more impactful substitution this year than the 3-man switch, in the 60th minute tonight?
Sorry, Tom, what was that? I think you're alluding to the substitutions, and I think I think if you've looked at our substitutions all year long, you know, I think we've always had key clutch moments to get guys to do great things. I think guys that have come off the bench, up until Klauss came off the bench and scored, I think we had 6 guys who came off the bench and scored. I think he might be the 7th player. So again, these guys, Klauss has a winning mentality. He just energizes the whole group when he comes on the field, and he's really difficult to play against. You know, so him complementing with Joaquini underneath, AZ creating space between the lines, in transition moments becoming really dangerous, staying on the ball, one more pass with overlapping runs from Anthony Markanik and Edu Löwen. So yeah, we really displayed a good level of maturity and quality in that second half.
Next we'll go to Tom Timmerman.
Yeah, back on the topic of Klauss, I mean, he's got 3 goals in the last 4 games. I think it kind of shows you wonder, as much as Nico scored and Sam scored while he was out, what he can do when he comes in offensively is a definite lift.
Yeah, but he needs the supply. He needs the service. You know, we need to turn over the balls. We need to work in transition. You know, so we get Klauss into good situations, but he's prepared to do the dirty work for his teammates as well. So, listen, everyone's peaking, everyone's getting stronger, everyone's getting healthy. We're getting guys minutes who if are called and needed to be ready, they're ready because, you know, I think in the first half we played majority of these guys all year long at some points of the season, right? So for me, it wasn't a second's doubt to play the group that we did. And yes, when a team's getting tired in the second half, whether it's us or whether it's Minnesota, we knew we have some good, decent weapons to come off the bench and wreak havoc.
Yeah, and that was a nice ball by Jake into the box for Klaus's header.
Yeah, that's why I said he needs the service. He needs to get into those positions. We need to reward him in those positions. Credit to Jake. You know, a lot of people always think Jake's just a, you know, defender first, of which he is. But he's shown a few times this season he can get forward, be brave, and put in some great quality crosses. So, you know, I'm so happy for Jake.
We'll go back to John Lupo.
Bradley, just talk about how Joao's been able to come back right in the lineup after his injury. And as you said, he scored 3 goals now since he's been back, just to be able to get back into the flow of things and be able to be back at that level so quickly after being out for so long.
Yeah, listen, there was a lot going on behind the scenes, you know. So Klauss only came back when he was ready. We never forced him. We never pushed him. He didn't. Whenever he felt something of, you know, coming through a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of, you know, insecurity with his injury, you know, we weren't rushing him. We were knowing we were in a good space up until the point that, you know, we let him into moments in training. We introduced him into neutral moments, 1-touch moments, 2-touch moments, and then all in phases. So, you know, we progressed him. His return to play protocol was done excellently with Tyler Harris and Jared Phillips and all the rest of the medical crew and the performance crew. So, you know, we believe in what we do here. And again, I think you can see when guys are coming back, Joachim Nielsen, another one, guys are just ready and they're ready to work for the team, and Klauss is no different.
We got time for one more with Coach if we have one. If not, we'll go with Jake Nerwinski and Njabulo Blom. All right, Coach, thank you for joining us. All right, everyone, we got Jake Nerwinski here. We'll kick it off with Tom.
Jake, what does that win mean to you guys, to come from behind like that from 1 down in the second half and to win, and you tie the MLS record for wins by an expansion team, and you're up by 8 points in the West? A lot going on, but what does it all mean?
I think it just shows that what this team has been like all season. You know, we played a completely rotated squad from, you know, their last game. Guys that, you know, had success from the beginning of the season, you know, fell out for a bit, came back in. And that's the kind of team we have. We have a team of 26 guys that could all start in this league and be successful. And for us to finally get, you know, the road win after how many games we haven't, it's huge for us.
We'll go to John Lupo next.
Jake, first of all, congratulations on a very hard-fought victory. And just to follow up on what you just said, just talk about getting a win like that on the road in a very, very difficult place to play. We know how good you guys have been at home, overwhelming really, but to be able to go on the road against a team that beat you earlier in the season, late in the season when you're trying to, you know, finish top of the Western Conference, just talk about how big this victory was for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really big win. You know, Brad said it before, you know, the last 3 away games, I thought, you know, we built up and up, better performances each time. And, you know, this time we, you know, had our backs against the wall in the first half. I thought that they really took it to us. You know, we held strong. And, you know, going down away from home is never easy, but, you know, to turn that around quick and to get 3 points is huge, especially, you know, going into the last 3 games of the season, trying to lock up, you know, a home playoff and first place.
Next we'll go to Tom Schwartz.
Hey, Jake, the other day after practice, you talked about your ability to make I believe the term you used was a through line pass.
Yeah.
And you made one tonight, didn't you?
Yeah, a cross counts, is that right? I'd say so.
Sorry?
I said a cross counts is one of those.
Oh,
definitely.
Well, no, one of the balls you made was, it was just spot on to a place I didn't even see on the field.
Yeah,
the guy who was picked it up and took it.
That's something.
I'm trying to say he had a good game.
You can just say that. That's fine. No, I appreciate that. That's something that, you know, Brad has challenged me to do since the beginning of the season. You know, I started, you know, looking for those passes early on in preseason. Brad worked a lot with me, you know, with those red zone passes that he calls them, and I try to, you know, make that a part of my game now because I know if I can beat a line, it's very dangerous for us.
We'll go back to Tom Timmerman.
Yeah, on your pass into Klauss, what were you just aiming for a spot and hoping figuring Klauss would get to it? What were you looking at?
Yeah, you know, when I got the ball, Klauss and I actually made eye contact, and he kind of pointed just to put it in. And I trust that guy because I think he could jump, he can head the ball as the best out of any, you know, attacker in this league. And I just put it up into a good spot, and he put it on.
And then talk about Njabulo, who has apparently the first goal ever for the guy tonight.
Yeah, I mean we're all so happy for him. You know, he's been knocking at the door. He's taking a lot of shots, but you know he's just a guy who, you know, he's quiet. He works hard. He's the backbone of our team that, you know, doesn't really get noticed as much. I thought he was everywhere tonight, you know, despite the goal, and for him to, you know, have the winning goal, it's awesome. We were really happy for him.
Well, when you guys went down 1-0 on the penalty kick, what was the feeling there? Berkey hasn't had a whole lot of plays like that this year where rebound gets away from him, and you get in that situation. What's the team thinking there?
Listen, the amount of times that Berkey has had our backs throughout this season, the amount of points that he's, you know, saved us, you know, I think it was time for us to have his back on that one. And that's what we did. You know, after that goal, we all looked at each other. We said, just stay strong, stay mentally, you know, into it, and we just plugged away. Yeah.
And what was the adjustment made at halftime?
Yeah, it was, you know,
the second half.
Minnesota, they were, you know, flooding our back line. They put 4 for 4. So we knew that, you know, we needed to be better in our press to not allow those balls going in behind. And I think that's exactly what we did. We stuck to those, you know, those core principles that we've had all season. You know, it was on the jump, it was pressuring, it was creating turnovers, and, you know, that's what we did. And I think that's what, you know, changed in the second half. It gave us so many, you know, extra chances being on the front foot.
At any point, does this seem unreal? You guys are up 8 points with 3 games to go.
I would have said yes, but, you know, we've been doing this all season. You know, maybe the first 5 games that we won were a bit, you know, surreal, but this has been a standard for us all year. We've been in the top of the West, you know, almost 80% of the season now, and this is the standard that we hold ourselves to.
Thank you, Jake.
Jake, thank you for joining us. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All right, everyone, we got Njabulo Blom here. Tom, kick it off to you.
Njabulo, so your first goal ever? How does that feel?
Yeah, it feels so great. I'd like to give the glory to God, because I've been praying so hard to get my first goal of my career, and also I think it was like a team effort. If you saw the goal, it was like counter press with applying our principles. So credit to the guys also. I think it was just a team goal, but I'm so excited to score today.
When you dreamed about your first goal, is that what it looked like?
Yeah, I think, yeah, something like that.
We'll go to John Lupo.
Njabulo, first of all, congratulations on the goal. That really was a beautiful goal. Just talk about leading up to that moment, all the hard work you've put in, all the excellent performances you've had. You really are a very important member of this team. Just talk about when you scored the goal, what that feeling was like right after you scored, knowing how much work you put in and how good of a performances you've had over the season, to sort of have it be a reward to get not only your first goal with the club, but for it to be a match-winning goal in such an important game.
To be honest, I was so surprised. I didn't know what was happening around me. I saw my teammates were so excited. I was like, what's going on? And then I saw the ball at the back of the net, and then wanted to go to the other corner, but I saw my teammates. I changed direction. I went to there. So yeah, I think as I said, it was a team effort, and credits also to my teammates. And yeah, I'm so excited to help the team to get maximum results today.
Next we'll go to Tom Shores.
Did you see Nico's reaction to you scoring the goal?
Yeah, I'm only seeing it now on the phone. The repeat. He was so shocked, because usually at training, whenever we do shooting, I hit the balls over the bar and across the street. So I think that's why he was so shocked.
He thought he saw a miracle.
Yeah, I think it is a miracle, to be quite honest.
Next we'll go to Tom Timmerman.
Njabulo, just the importance of this game, of coming from behind to get a win on the road after you haven't been getting results lately. You've been getting ties but not wins. Just to have it come together today.
Yeah, I think it was so important for us to get a win today, approaching our last 3 games of the season to the playoffs. So I think this is like a moral booster to us as a team. And yeah, I think credit to us as a team for getting maximum results today.
Had you come close to scoring at any point in South Africa?
Yeah, I've been to like those type of situations, but I always miss them. So I think I should like keep on practicing and training, and like keep on getting better every time.
But there was no thought out there, I can't score, I should pass to someone else?
I wanted to take it first time with my left, but I already saw the guy coming. I was like, let me just take a second touch and see what happens. And then, fortunately enough, it went to my stronger foot, and then I was able to pick the spot and score.
And what was the feeling after you guys fell behind in the second half?
To be quite honest, I don't know how to explain it, but I think for us it was a wake-up call, because we came back to the changing room. The coach told us we need to up our game, one gear more up. So I think we did that great as a team with the guys. So I think it was just a wake-up call for us to like lift our socks up, approaching the second half.
We'll go back to Tom Schwartz.
Are Kaiser Chief fans worldwide celebrating right now?
Yeah, I think knowing them, they are so loyal. I know a few of them follow my game, so I know wherever they are, they're so excited. They're so excited.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
We'll wrap up with Tom Timmerman.
Did you have a goal celebration planned as well?
Yeah, me and Tena, the kid guy, we wanted to do like a South African dance. But at that moment, I was also shocked. I didn't know what to do. It was my first goal ever, so I kind of disappointed him, because I was like, whenever I score, I'm gonna come to you and then we're gonna do like a South African dance. But after like, I was also shocked. I couldn't believe. So I hope he understands.
Think this gets you called into the South African team in a couple of weeks?
To be quite honest, I don't know. It's really up to the coach. I mean, we have so many quality players back home. I hope I end the spot this time.
Thank you, Njabulo.
Thank you so much.
Njabulo, thank you for joining us. We appreciate your time.